This is just our seasonal beers right now. So either way, I'm gonna have to look for a different saison for the tin fish idea. But Patrick Swayzon may or may not be in production anymore.
At
At least not
all.
at this time. Uh, if they just have the seasonal beers that they have right now on their website, it may still be in production because I don't think now is the time of year that they really put those out. It's more summer beer. But if they could have just taken it out of production
This is
completely.
the end of summer. Summer's not over yet.
Logboat prepares for fall right away. They want to get that beer out, man.
Fall starts too early. You pumpkin spice girlies ruined the end of summer. You're
Once
just
September
focused on
starts,
Halloween and pumpkin spice things and dress and folly and
and it's
you
still 98
know,
degrees out.
give me I I'm still yeah, I'm it's still hot out. Let me drink my summer beers. Okay? I don't need pumpkin spice yet, dude.
There's so much pumpkin beer already out, though.
It's
You
so
know,
gross. Pumpkin beer is disgusting.
September isn't fall. September is mostly summer.
It's half. I mean, we're just now starting to get cool
It was
again.
98 today.
Dang it.
Where?
It
Must
was
Google
here.
must corroborate.
Oh, in St. Louis? Oh, dude, in Kansas City, I mean, it was comfort. It was comfortable, very comfortable. But it
Yeah,
rained all
September
day here.
22nd. I got I got 4 more days of summer.
But it was 70 degrees with lows in the 40s in the first week of September in Kansas City.
Yeah,
It's
that's
called
fake.
false
That's
fall.
fake fall.
And then
Yeah.
we got 1 week this week of warm weather, and now starting tomorrow
Summer.
we're back into the mid
You don't think I
70s.
want to be drinking a Patrick Swayze on right
I'm
earlier
I'm
today
not hang
when
on.
the sun
I'm
came
not
out?
disagreeing. I'm not disagreeing. I just the idea that fall comes too early is I can get behind the idea that pumpkin beer.
They want it to start like they want it to start earlier every year. It's infected
Listen,
August
fo-
1st. They're like it's Halloween, it's fall, the leaves are falling, the grass is dead.
when football kicks off, it's fall to me.
No, no.
Not to the pumpkin
My
spice
summer's
girlies.
over.
Not to
My
the
summer's
pumpkin
over.
spice girlies.
And soon enough, that's going to coincide with kids going to school for me. And it's like, hey, summer's over.
Don't forget there's cockroaches in Starbucks coffee. So
What
your pumpkin spice comes with a
is
little
that?
extra
Is that
protein.
confirmed? Is that confirmed?
Oh,
Is this slander?
most pre-ground coffees that you get.
It's not surprising, but
But don't they have beans
don't
there?
want to get hit up by don't want to get hit up by Starbucks for slander.
Fake Starbucks. It's okay.
They won't. They're not worried. They're not worried about that kind of slander. Well, not. I mean, not
Pumpkin beer
Starbucks
can get
Wait,
out
specifically.
of
I'm
here.
just
are
talking
you
like the
saying right
FCC.
now?
The FCC is not worried about that kind of slander right now. We're not. We're fine. Nobody's coming after us.
Are
Nobody's.
you saying that Starbucks does not use beans for their coffee? It's all freshly or ground already whenever they get it.
I
Pre
don't go to
ground.
Starbucks if they freshly grind their coffee beans at their location. Then,
I
but
mean,
they like
I don't go to Starbucks at all, but I like anymore. But I have seen them grind beans in the
okay,
store.
fantastic. But like pre-ground coffee bags at the store, don't buy those.
By the beans.
Buy your own beans and grind them at home because
I
you
love
buy
grinding
pre-ground
beans.
coffee, there's cockroaches.
Smells great.
I got the beans.
Beans.
Bean man. Bean man
Beans.
gets paid. You guys talk about that at all? Kawhi Leonard, did you hear about that?
Oh, dude, I only listen to the Dan Levit. Not that I only listen to Dan Levitard show, but I listen to the Dan
Unfortunately,
Levitard show every single day.
You
Yes,
need to listen to
I've been
Pablo Torre
inundated.
finds out.
No. It's they. Pablo Torre is part of Metal Arc Media, which is Dan Levitard's show. Like
Yeah,
I,
but
they have
specifically
him on.
his podcast.
Yes, no, I've listened to it. It's wild, but also nobody cares.
damn.
It's it's so weird. He keeps going back on the NBA what they're saying because there's Adam Silver came out, gave out that fake whatever he knew about it all, the whole entire situation. Bob's like, well, he just waits until people keep digging further and further into their lives, and he just keeps putting out more and more truth of what he found. He doesn't do it all at once.
Yeah, which is smart. It's smart. He's doing it very well. He's today's only real journalist, at least
Big
in
J,
large media,
Big
right?
J
Like
journalism.
he's big J journalism, getting it done, and it's cool. Like the story that he's breaking, it's really really good. It is fascinating, but also it's boring because nothing's going to happen from it. What Steve Ballmer's going to get a $10 million fine? They're not going to make anybody leave the organization. They're not going to make him sell it. They're not going to offload Kawhi Leonard's contract. And here's the other thing: it would be a bigger story if the Clippers actually won. The Clippers didn't do anything. Nobody cares.
You got a point, but this just
I know.
goes to this is going to be happening all around the league now,
Oh, it
even
has been.
more.
Why do you think Mark Cuban is defending it so hard? It's been happening.
Mm,
Mark
Mm,
Cuban 100% evaded cap space.
well, that's Mark Cuban. I'm talking about all the teams.
I
Like
guarantee you the Thunder
it's
right
definitely
now are
happening.
evading cap space.
I guarantee you, Jalen Brunson is doing the same thing with the Knicks.
100%. Yes. I guarantee you every single team in the NBA, minus maybe the Sacramento Kings and the New Orleans Pelicans, because they are just poverty franchises, and maybe the Bobcats. Uh,
Hornets.
Whatever they are, nobody cares. Those are probably the only three teams that
it's like
aren't
Pluto. Is it a
circumventing the
planet?
cap.
Is it not? Is it?
Basketball is a dead sport. It's a highlight sport, as Adam Silver said.
Is the Earth flat? Is the Earth round? I don't.
You know what's more interesting than the NBA, fellas, and anything that may be going
Oh
on with the
yeah.
Clippers?
Okay.
Fantasy football.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right, baby. We're back with just
is
the
it?
tips. Just the
Yes.
tips. Sometimes.
Yes. I mean, people play fantasy basketball too.
Is that as exciting as fantasy football, though?
Not even close. Too many
It's
games.
pretty exciting. It's pretty exciting.
I mean,
What's the point?
I
Right,
waste
Tabo?
money on it every year.
What's the point?
You
That
waste
was
money
his
on
first
fantasy
What's
football
your
too.
tip? What's your
that was his
tips?
first basketball league he joined was being a co-manager of mine. And every time I walked by him at work, he was just on fantasy basketball trying to pick up players over and over again. He picked up too many and we lost. I blame that on him still.
Did we took second though. It's not like we
We
it's not
still
like we were the
lost.
worst team in the league. We
We
lost in the
could have
championship.
Being
we
the
could have
first
won the
loser is
championship.
still losing.
I mean, we didn't have to pay. We got our money back.
Hey, that's not
Yeah.
losing.
Anyways, we're on to football, just the tips. Start him this week. Surprise, surprise, he's back. Carson Wentz going up against the Bengals. Listen, Kevin O'Connell is a quarterback whisperer. It's going to work for Carson Wentz as well. Plus, he's got some weapons over there in Minnesota. Guess what? Bengals defense still sucks. Start Carson Wentz this week.
Okay. Okay.
Big surprise.
That's weird.
Running back here. Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt, otherwise known as Bill, with against the Raiders. With Austin Eckler going out for the year, look for him to climb up that depth chart and do a lot of damage. You may have Marcus Mariota in there starting, so look for him to get a lot of carries and a lot of quick passes to him. Wide receiver, we're going to go with Troy Franklin of the Broncos going up against the Chargers. He's gotten 15 targets through 2 weeks, and he's had 12 catches. He's going to be looking for a big target with Bo Nix, especially with Gordon Sutton getting a lot of attention over there. Tight end here, Chig Okonkwo versus the Colts. Listen, Cam Ward's doing some stuff. He's figuring it out slowly but surely. They're going to be in a rock fight this week with the Colts, and I see Cam going to Chig a lot this week. Moving on to the Siddums now. Big surprise here. He's had a fantastic start to the year. I believe he is quarterback, at least in the top 3 fantasy quarterbacks this year. Daniel Jones going up against the Titans. The slipper's about to fall off here soon. Titans have a really solid defense, and I don't see this happening for the whole entire year for Daniel Jones. He may figure it out the second game against them, but being in Tennessee this week, he's not going to figure it out. Running back, Travion Henderson versus the Steelers. It's going to be a lot of Ramondre Stevenson in this game, and I think the Steelers defense is going to figure it out in the run, play a lot better this week than they have the previous 2 weeks. Another one from the Titans-Colts game, wide receiver Calvin Ridley. I don't like what you're seeing from him this week. I don't like what you're seeing from him this year, honestly. I don't know why I drafted him in my league this year, but sit Calvin Ridley. And finally, tight end David Njoku versus the Packers. Packers have a fantastic defense this year, if not one of the best in the whole entire league. Don't see him doing too much, especially with Joe Flacco at quarterback. Not going to be good for him, so go ahead and sit him. That was
I'd
just the
say
tips.
I'd say replace Kyle Pitt. Kyle Pitts for me has been removed off the all-time sit 'em list for this season so far. He gets replaced
Look how
by
that
David
turned out.
Njoku.
Uh,
David
depends
Njoku, all-time
whenever
sit 'em list.
depends
What
whenever
Harold
Dylan
Fannin,
Gabriel gets
bro?
in there.
Isn't Harold Fannin the better guy
Harold
there at
Fannin
like right now?
is, yep,
So listen, fantasy guru. I understand we are starting this rotational just the tips this year.
first time,
Oh
long
Um,
yeah,
time.
do what?
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Oh, okay. So, like we just so the listeners know, um, if uh, if we get a C or above, you'll stay doing just the tips for next week. But if you get anything lower than that from the other two judges, um, so like if Ty Bob's F would make it past to Sean, who's now back. So if you get an F, Sean, it'll be my turn.
no one wants
You
to see
also
that.
got it.
So
You also got an F last time you did it. Just by the way,
I will bounce back. But see, I mean, traditionally it's been your segment, so you're the fantasy guru of the house. I have
that's
I
right.
have a question
That's
for
right.
you, or I just want your opinion on a hunch I have this week because
first time, long time.
I'm 0 and 2. I'm 0 and 2 in this league, and I
Ooh.
don't want to be 0 and 3. Okay,
Oh, and two.
I don't want to end up like the Chiefs, dude.
Are you talking
Uh,
about our dynasty league?
no. Uh,
Oh, so you're 0 and 2 in multiple leagues.
yes, leave me
Wow.
alone. Just
Wow.
two,
Oh,
just two. Okay, so this particular league, it's a two flex league, two wide receiver, two flex, and I have Tyreek Hill.
Ooh.
I have like good starters elsewhere, but like Tyreek Hill is the spot I'm inquiring about. On my bench, I don't really
Flex spot is
have
you're saying what you're saying then.
do what?
A flex spot that you have. Not wide receiver spot here.
Well, just hear me out. Hear me out. My bench doesn't have much going for me, but I did like flyer pick up Kyle Pitts because nobody else in the league wanted him. Uh, Atlanta is going into Carolina, who doesn't have a great defense. Tyreek Hill and Miami Dolphins are going into the to Buffalo, and traditionally, or in the last few seasons, Buffalo's played Tyreek Hill pretty well. So my question is, I can take a flex spot and bench Tyreek Hill and start a second tight end in Kyle Pitts, or is that just like too much of a gamble with like, Tyreek Hill had a decent week last season or oh my god, last week uh and the projections, lean very heavily in Tyreek Hill's favor.
I would
Well, I'm
argue
gonna
that
try
the
to go in.
Bills have played Tua better defensively than they played Tyreek.
That could be good, but seems to be a pressing matter for the time because the Bills play the Dolphins tonight. So you may want to get that lineup set. But I would honestly, with
They're
the
in Buffalo,
way,
right? I said that
yeah,
right?
they're in Buffalo.
Okay.
But as far as it goes for starting Tyreek or Kyle Pitts, you know how I feel about Kyle Pitts on the all-time set 'em list for me. But he's got a lot of targets this year.
He's
His
got at least
touchdowns
5 targets
in each game.
in each game. So
That's going
like
good for him. You're going up against the Panthers, as well as he hasn't had a touchdown this year, I don't believe.
week
So
1.
he did have a
Oh
touchdown week one?
no.
I didn't think he did. No, he hasn't had one this year.
No.
So since he's come in the league, each year he's gotten an additional. He's got as many touchdowns as he has years in the league. So I think it's bound for him to finally go off against the Panthers, get at least one touchdown this week, and a lot of targets. So I would go ahead and go with starting Kyle Pitts over Tyreek if you're setting all the other positions you have there.
Like it's a bold move. Like
It's a very
it's
bold
just
move, but bold moves win championships. Have
I
you won a
would I
championship
would
recently?
agree to putting Kyle Pitts in. Honestly, I would agree to removing Tyreek Hill from the starting lineup at any point in time.
He had a
Because
decent
Tua is
week
that
last
bad.
week, dude.
He had a
It's
decent week
fine.
last
I
week, but he also had his first catch of 30 plus yards last week for a year.
also played against the poor New England Patriots who have a porous
Right, so
defense.
good matchups. He's useful.
Good
Yep.
matchups.
Yeah.
This is not a good matchup.
We think the Bills keep him under 10 points because I think Kyle Pitts probably scores a touchdown against Carolina.
Kyle Pitts will score. Tyreek, unless you break someone off, it's not going to happen for him. Bills know how to stop Tua. You got to put that in, man. It's game. It's almost game time.
Almost game time.
Good place to get tickets. Hit us up.
What?
Use
Dude,
code
I'm so
BNB.
nervous. I usually don't like go against projections like that, dude. I usually don't.
You can't always trust projections either, though, because then you're going to be disappointed whenever he gets like five.
Oh.
How much is he projected right now?
Tyreek,
Yeah,
just under 15 points. 14.8.
he's that's where he's almost always projected. I wouldn't do it.
I'm excited, Sean. You're breaking away from the mold on
Kyle Pitts
previous
does have a
years where it's
questionable
only
tag, though.
locks. And I'm excited to
Hey,
see
those
if
locks
you
never
follow
paid
a good
off for me,
trend.
though. Those locks
They
never paid
didn't.
off for me.
They
So
didn't, and you made it boring. So I'm at least excited that you did not make this pick
listen, I was
boring.
just trying to make sure I didn't get an F anymore. I was tired of getting the Fs week after week after week. I had to try something
I
different.
still don't think your definition of like out there is what like
It's not what I
I'm
did last
envisioning
week.
is the purpose of for like just the tips for like it doesn't have to be like smaller name or not as recognizable guys, but like make it be like matchup based. Like there's like bad matchups for good like players.
Yeah.
Maybe bench them for other like it's not it's more complicated than you're simplifying it a little bit too much in my opinion. But we'll see
Well,
how
I
the grade
believe
goes.
you tried this as well, and you also got an F. So it's not as easy as it looks.
Well, you got to be. Never mind.
Week after week after week. Yeah, it's not
Week
as easy as
after
it looks. You did it 1 week.
you're weak.
Okay, bud. Okay.
Okay,
Speaking
bud.
of week, who's first up on game of the week?
Oh, I believe that is myself right here. Rams versus Eagles, noon game. I'm really excited about this game. This is definitely going to be the best game of the weekend. It may not be super high scoring in the sense that both of these defenses are very solid. The Rams played the Eagles closer than anybody else in the playoffs last year, and we're within one play of beating the Eagles and moving on. But Matt Stafford's back. Jalen Hurts. The run game will be good for the Eagles, but the pass game will not be there still. Jalen Hurts will have under 150 yards passing. I just don't see this working out for him. The Rams defensive line is going to definitely be doing a lot of work with how young they are. They seem to know how to play against the Eagles at least. It's going to be a very exciting matchup. Saquon, what else can you say about Saquon? Is he going to get another 150 plus yards against the Rams and 2+ touchdowns? Probably, and that's how the Eagles are going to be leading most of this game. But I just see the Rams really doing something with Matt Stafford. You got Puka out there still doing his thing. He was running a lot last week, which get him the ball any way you can, and he's going to try to score. You got Devontae Adams. He's looking pretty solid over there. Still getting chemistry with Matt Stafford. And Kyron Williams. I don't know how well he's going to do against the Eagles' run defense, but he'll
Had
do
a
a
pretty
lot
poor
better
year
than
this year so far.
so far. But you got to think he's going to do a better performance than Isiah Pacheco did last week. Right?
Anybody does better than Isaiah
Right?
Pacheco currently.
So it's exciting matchups all across the
Yeah, his
board.
two week sample size isn't too great right now.
No, not at all. So, but this is honestly going to be the most exciting game of the week for me. I'm glad I got a pick first. I don't think your guys' games are going to do anything compared to this one, but good luck.
I mean, I hope it's exciting because I have Puka Nakua in a couple leagues, and I'll be excited to see what he can do against the Eagles' really good defense. I know that we talked about they're not as good as they have been in previous years, but they're still pretty stout. So hopefully Matt Stafford and Puka can get it done for me.
The
My game of
Eagles
the
just suck to watch. So
they're not
whatever
fun.
they suck.
I hope
Look
they
for
start
a
throwing the flags.
yeah, look for a false start flag on a tush push this week.
Lineup
I would like to see that.
infractions.
So okay.
Yeah, I think there's probably going to be quite a few flags if they start doing the push tush. I
Push
think the
tush.
league push tush.
Push that
Uh,
tush, baby.
I think that's exactly what it is. Um, I think the league is going to start taking notice after the 2 weeks. I think what we saw for the through the first 2 weeks, and there were some issues in that game against the Cowboys as well. And now that it's being called out on national television, very much like Jawan Taylor and his false starts were last season against the Ravens, I think this is one of those times where the league refs are going to start paying attention, or maybe they've been asked to by the league.
Yeah.
My game of the week, I think it's going to be much more exciting than Rams Eagles because it's two teams that have been playing somewhat well, right? We've got the Broncos and the Chargers. Chargers are 2.5 point favorites. The offense from the Chargers has been electric so far. I mean, beating up on the Chiefs and had a great week last week defensively. They've also been fairly strong. Now they've just lost Khalil Mack. He's on IR. I expect it. I don't know if he's going to be out for the season. They didn't exactly say what the injury was, just that it was an elbow issue. Looked like it could have potentially been a tricep while it was on the field, but I guess we'll find out as we go forward. He is also old as hell,
This
so maybe his career's just done.
this
I'm not
just
sure.
in, Khalil Mack does have an elbow.
Does have an elbow.
This reports confirmed from
It is
sources.
injured. It is injured now.
Broncos defensive line has been getting a ton of pressure. Nick Bonito leads the league in pressures per snap. I think it's 33% of snaps that he takes, he has a pressure on, which passing snaps at least. 33% pressure rate. And just fantastic, or win rate on those pressures, I should say. But fantastic from him. Their defensive line has been great, but on the opposite side of that, their passing defense overall has been horrible. In coverage, they've been porous. Take a look at it last week, and realistically, take a look at what they did against Tennessee. It wasn't that great. Guys for Tennessee literally just could not catch the ball. That was a big issue. Offensively, Bo Nix is hitting that slump. But we have seen these two teams play against each other in the AFC West, and they'd be really good games. I still don't think the Broncos are fully out. I'm not fully out on them. They've got a great head coach. Some things can get corrected there. I expect this to be, with some of the losses that the Chargers have had on offensive side and the defensive side, I expect this to be a really tightly contested AFC West matchup.
Yeah, and it looks like Justin Herbert has the Madison Beer effect because he is having fantastic years so far. Maybe that's just also
Looking
being
looking good.
under Harbaugh for another year, but
I mean, you've got Harbaugh. Lad McConkey is not a rookie anymore. He knows how the league looks. You've also got Keenan Allen, who's come back, and they had a great connection before he left for the Bears. Even again, they're wide.
I would
Quentin,
look. I was gonna say I would look at sitting Quentin Johnston this week though. Like
you're going to
Broncos
sit him.
defense, those drops are gonna come back eventually, man.
I don't see him coming back anytime soon. I don't think you're wrong in that they won't come back, but this Broncos defense has not been able to cover the way that, outside of Patrick Surtain, like they have not been able to cover the same way we've seen over the last few years with them. And I do not know if that defense, I would assume they're going to right the ship at some point, but it's not going to be in week 3.
We'll see on that one.
Yo, uh, Nick Bonito was drafted after George
I, I,
Karlaftis.
I don't need to hear this. Listen,
Isn't
you
that
guys,
frustrating?
you guys know how much I like petitioned on this show to have him go to the Kansas City Chiefs.
Isn't
He's
that
Oklahoma.
frustrating?
He's an Oklahoma player. Like I watched this guy
Yeah.
decimate defenses or offenses for years. It's incredibly frustrating with how shit George Karlaftis has been, and then we just paid him $20 million.
I don't know, but shit's not the right word. But I mean, Nick Bonito's clearly better, dude.
I meant more this season, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, real
Crazy.
I'm
crazy.
crazy as the next game I'm throwing at you as not my game of the week, but a game to watch. I gave you a game to watch last week. Colts Broncos turned out pretty good. Okay, my game to watch this week. Sean actually had a few guys from his Just the Tips in this
Just
game.
one. Just one.
Bengals, Bengals Vikings, Bengals Vikings. This is going to remind us of Week One, Jets Steelers, two bad teams scoring a lot of points. I think there will be plenty of fantasy points to be had in this game.
A lot of defensive fantasy points.
Maybe there could be
Hey, if
there
you
could be
got
some defensive touchdowns. And honestly, I think the Minnesota Vikings still have a pretty decent pass rush still. So
even though
look
Van
for
Ginkel's out.
Jake Browning to be on the run a lot, trying to make some crazy things happen because that Bengals offensive line is still Swiss cheese when it comes to passing, dude.
Well, Jake
They
Browning had three
can't block.
interceptions
They
in
can't
what,
pass
half a
block.
game last week?
Say again.
Yep.
Yeah,
Jake
he
Browning
had
had
Jake
three
Browning had
interceptions in half a game.
But he won.
he still had three interceptions though.
He
So this could
won.
be maybe look to stream the Vikings defense if you got him.
He
Sean,
won the
Stream.
I
stream.
don't know how you missed this one on your stardom list. And Tybo, I'm very surprised you didn't mention this. Jordan Mason, stardom.
Oh, I told you that on whenever you were doing your recap Monday.
He did
Yep,
say, yeah, he already talked
I
yep,
told
about
I
Jordan
yep,
Mason.
told
yep.
everybody for you to start him if you were doing this,
Yeah.
but you're not.
Yeah, Jordan Mason, stardom. Aaron Jones on IR.
Yeah. So my real game of the week is going to be Lions Ravens. Probably on paper the best matchup of the whole week. These guys are lames when it comes to picking games of the week. Uh, but since it's our recap show is going to come out while this game is, or we're going to be recording that while that game is going on, I'll give you guys a YouTube short to recap it after the day after, bright and early, maybe. I don't know.
5 o'clock post time.
The next night,
Probably.
sure, never, no, that's too late.
I hope not.
But this is a spot that the Lions don't want to be in if they lose this game, because the NFC kind of looks a little bit more competitive than it did last season.
I'd say competitive in terms of inter, right? Like inter inside the NFC, not like as a
Yeah.
whole. I still think
Yes.
the
Yes. Yes.
NFC
That's what
is
I'm
well
saying.
below the AFC.
That's what I'm trying to get across. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like
I mean,
the
even though
NFC is
the
more
NFC won the Super Bowl last year.
NFC is more spread out. AFC is way more top heavy.
Well, never mind.
I think it'll be a good game. Derrick Henry had a really good start to the season against the Bills, although he had the game-ending fumble that lost them the game, or actually won the Bills the game. Um, he's getting up there in age, man. Like it's at some point, Father Time it goes undefeated, and he is going to get Derrick Henry. I don't know what this Ravens team actually looks like. Should Derrick Henry catch that in the middle of a season, whether it's this year, next year, 2 years from now, I'm not sure. I'm not calling for his downfall yet, but like we are starting to see some signs of it because when is the last time Derrick Henry was a consistent fumbler? Because guess what? He did it again last week against much lesser competition than what they faced against the Bills. And so, hey, that could be a portion to look out for the Ravens is if they are going to have turnover troubles, maybe it's not going to hit them against the Browns or a team that's that low on the totem pole. But you do it against the Lions, you start
I
losing the
gotta find
turnover
you,
battle.
buddy. I gotta find you
Four?
for Derrick Henry's fumble
Did
last
not
week.
fumble last week against the Browns.
Nope. What? Did he not?
He fumbled against the
Nope.
Bills.
He fumbled last week, but it was recovered by them.
Still fumbled. Find yourself.
This fucking guy.
The Ravens still have friggin' Keaton Mitchell, don't they?
They do, but I don't remember if he is on actually their active squad. He is not
Oh,
within the top three running backs
they still have
on their
Justice
squad.
Hill. What am I
Yeah.
Yep.
thinking?
They do still have Keaton Mitchell. He did come off IR at the beginning of the season.
But so
But
yeah,
I
Justice
don't know.
Justice
Yeah.
Hill has popped off in some in some uh not even in relief of Derrick Henry. Well, kind of in relief, like when Derrick the Ravens have the game locked up and they put Justice Hill in, he can make a lot of things happen. So I don't know like how the Ravens offense would change. I feel like I know not know. I'm speculating that it would be a lot more read option and maybe some RPOs. Lamar Jackson just being a little bit more mobile than he already is. Quarterback designed stuff, options, and things like that. But Justice Hill would still be able to pop off in that offense. So because it's so Lamar Jackson centric that like even though you're taking away one of the best running backs uh, to play the game, the Ravens I think offensive capabilities wouldn't be that different.
Fair enough. I'm
That's
also
yeah, good
excited to
point.
see what the Lions can do in this
I was gonna
because
say,
in week
is
one,
Jared Goff
they
gonna have 5 touchdowns or is he gonna have one?
in week one, dude, they were horrendous. And then in week two, they pop off. We've seen the Ravens defense be porous against the Bills, and then they got a little bit more restrictive in week two. Although again, it's the Browns, so I'm not sure what to expect out of the defense that I'm seeing from the Ravens. So can the Lions get more consistent? I think their defense is not nearly as good as we've seen in the past. I think we've covered that enough with offensive and defensive coordinator changes, but the offense seems that like they can at least pick it up. They're going to get another big test after a week one fumble.
Yeah,
I think they'll
one
be
and
fine.
two, uh, behind a 3-0 Packers would just be an unideal way to start the season for the Lions.
Yeah.
And Lamar Jackson just does not lose against NFC teams. He's got 24 wins and 2 losses. So like, can the Lions do the unthinkable and break that streak for him, make them start losing against the NFC? Are they that
Maybe
good? Because they don't. Even with Aiden Hutchinson back, their pass rush does not look nearly as good as it could have been.
never really worried about pass rush when it comes to the Ravens because Lamar
No,
is
the
so
line.
shifty.
Yeah, but still, I mean, you'd think that will they be able to stop him, contain him, or are they going to let him drift out and run all over him all day?
Depends on how good their defensive coverage is ultimately. I mean, if you can contain him and you're going to cover the receivers and not give him an area to pass, I think you can get away with it.
Well,
But if
the
not, you're going to have to get pressure and you're going to have to get him on the ground.
the caliber and capability of the Detroit's offense, you're only hoping for one, maybe two stops out of that defense. Like you don't
Yes,
need much, especially if the Baltimore, if the Ravens defense is gonna play like they've been playing.
absolutely. Um, to our biggest game here. We've moved this down into the show during our game of the week segment here. As homers, we are always going to talk about the Chiefs, and they've got a big
This
game
is the
coming up this
must-watch
week.
game of the week. Must watch.
Must watch. I think it is. You got two 0-3 teams. You've got
0
the
and 2.
Jets 0-2. Maybe one of them. Well, one of them is coming out 0-3.
And the
The
Jets.
Chiefs
We don't get the
You
Jets. We get
don't
the
understand
Giants.
how that math
The
works,
Chiefs
buddy.
are going to MetLife, taking on the Giants, who are 6-point dogs at home. I do want to notate here that the Chiefs have never beaten the Giants on the road and do have a putrid record at MetLife, regardless if it's the Jets or the Giants.
Guys, we're screwed. We're fucked. Hey, YouTube, guess what? I said it. We're screwed, buddy.
Not only that, but for both of these teams, I think we all know that the Giants are not a good team. They do well against bad teams like the Cowboys. It's a hell of a game. It was very entertaining.
It's a trap
But
game.
only three
For who?
teams since 2000 have
We're 0 and
made
2. How's it a trap game?
the playoffs when going 0-3. Last time that I can remember was 2018. The Houston Texans did, in a horrible AFC South, did make the playoffs after starting 0-3. It's a
That's a
big
thing that
hole
happened.
that only three since 2000 have made the playoffs going 0-3 since then. And so that's
Tom
what's
Brady made a
on the
Super
state.
Bowl after going 0-2. I don't know if he won that one, but he made a Super Bowl after going 0-2.
That's what's on the line for the Kansas City Chiefs. So my question is, with when the Chiefs over in Patrick Mahomes' career have only ever had make it or break it games when it came into the playoffs. Is this Patrick Mahomes' first make it or break it game outside of the
Why is it
playoffs
just
in his
Patrick
career?
Mahomes though? Like I don't I feel like he might bear some of the least blame through the first 2 weeks. Why is it just Patrick Mahomes?
He's the one who can influence the game most. And since he has been the starting
He
quarterback for
can't
the
do
Kansas City
everything, man.
Chiefs, I don't disagree. What I'm saying is since coming into the Kansas City Chiefs and being a starter, he has not had to be in a make it or break it situation unless it's been in the playoffs. I'm asking if for Patrick Mahomes, for the Chiefs, is this a make it or break it game? And is it the first one that Patrick Mahomes will play in that is not in the playoffs?
No, this is more of a
I
can't
mean, I
lose
think
game.
you answered your own question in that question. Like you laid out the logic for it and then asked the question at the end. Like, so yeah, this is the. I mean, I don't know. Like we can't start 0-3, dude. That would suck.
This game is not a must win. This game is a can't lose. We cannot lose this game, no matter what we do.
We that's a.
They're different. They're different, man.
Are they?
They
I don't think
I don't want my
they
team
are.
going out there thinking we can't lose this game.
I
I want
You
because
my
want
here's
Just like
here's
that whole mindset thing. Like every game from here on out needs to be a must-win game. It needs to be a make or break. Like every game needs to be an ultimatum for you. Like we win this game or we suck ass. Like I don't.
I don't because I don't like that, Sean. Because here's the thing: is a can't lose means we can go out there and we can play the most horrible game ever. We can have 15 turnovers and win by a last second field goal. That's not the type of game that the Kansas City Chiefs need to have here. This does need to be a resounding win.
I feel like that's more along the lines of a must win. You have to do anything at all to must win. Can't lose. If you could be up by 20, you just can't lose that game.
Oh,
Anyways, anyways,
this type of semantic discourse is not pleasurable to the listening ear.
You are a listening
shut
ear,
up.
so go out and tell us what is pleasurable.
I interpreted this thing this way, but I interpreted this thing that way, and we have to
Yeah, I
reconcile that.
understand the semantics of what you're speaking about. Tell me something that is
You're making it
pleasurable.
worse.
Tell me. Yes, that's what I was doing. Because that shit's like nails on a chalkboard to me.
And you're still
Go on.
continuing with it.
Go on.
Xavier Worthy and Jalen Royals are both healthy for the first time. They've had full practices,
Oh,
and they are both will be active for this game. So Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs offense is going to get a little bit of help back. It's not going to come from the running back room just yet. But what do you expect to see out of Xavier Worthy, who reportedly has a full labrum tear, and Jalen Royals, who's going to be playing in his first game as a rookie?
I think you're going to see a lot of forcing the issue to Xavier Worthy whenever he's in there. I don't think he's going to play as much as he would if he was healthy, but he's going to be playing a decent amount. And Jalen Royals, I think he's going to get quite a few targets in this game. Depending on how the first few go, will be how the game goes. If he doesn't catch the first two or so, Pat may not go to him for a while. But I'm excited, man. We get actually better wide receivers out there, faster wide receivers. So maybe we get some separation for once this year. Who knows though?
I mean, sure.
Tybo's got nothing. Tybo's
I
got nothing.
don't. I
I'm
don't.
I'm excited for it. I do think Xavier Worthy probably does get a little bit of a cap there. We need to try and keep him as healthy as possible because realistically, full labrum tear, it's either get surgery now and your season's over, or try and play through it. And I think there's going to be some mitigation that
Man,
goes along
if
with
he runs back, if Travis runs into him again this week, he's got something out for him.
it. Jalen Royals, I like the optimism. I don't think it's going to go that way for Jalen
It's
Royals.
not.
I think he's going to be utilized exactly the same way that Andy Reid wanted to utilize Xavier Worthy last season, which is very minimally until the later portion of the season. Um, with gadget plays, I think he's going to turn into the gadget guy, and that's unfortunate, but that's going to be the result because Andy likes to lean on the veterans in who we have, and they're not very good or haven't been at the moment. But I think
But
that's
at the
going to be
same
the
time, over the
unfortunate
past
truth
2 years, has he
for
not proven that he's willing to give some rookies a chance?
when necessary. So it was out of necessity, one for Rasheed in his rookie season due to injuries, and then it was out of necessity again last year with Xavier Worthy, uh, who also had the first 2 weeks to play, and then finally started kind of getting broken in as a wide receiver number one around game 3 to game 5, somewhere in there. Jalen Royals, this is his first game, and out of necessity, I don't think it's going to be a requirement because Xavier Worthy is going to be back. Um, eh, I don't think, and it's the Giants. I don't think there will be an absolute necessity for it. I expect this game to be a complete 180. I think the offense and the defense do come together. I think this game is basically what we saw against the Bears a couple years ago when they had Justin Fields and a 40 to almost nothing blowout. Um, I don't think this is a remotely close game. I know New York Giant football media up in New York on the radio has been saying that the NFL won't allow this Kansas City Chiefs team to go 0-3, yada yada yada. I don't think the Giants have any say in this. They've got a great defensive line, and you've got Russell Wilson at quarterback, and you've got Malik Neighbors at wide receiver, and that alone isn't going to do it for you, no matter what. I think the Chiefs go out there, ultimately roll this Giants team. I don't think it makes us more confident or comfortable going on throughout the season, but ultimately, I think it looks like a pretty good game.
What if the offense scores 40 plus and it looks easy for him out there?
We're going to come in here and we're going to say, hey, I love this. This is exactly what we've been looking for all season. And ultimately, it's going to give us false hope because that's not what this offense is going to look like, at least until Rashee Rice comes back.
You never know.
Yeah, I'm like Ty Bob. I'm not convinced that Jalen Royals is like our it guy for the next couple of years. Like he's just another rotational piece that the Chiefs have brought in to lessen the load at wide receiver. And I'll tell you another thing. Like earlier, I just didn't want to be too pessimistic, but if Travis Kelce running into Xavier Worthy has given him a full labrum tear, I don't know if I'm too like confident in his like body's ability to withstand other things that happen to him in the course of an NFL career. So I'm like waiting for Rashee Rice to come back, but also in the longer grand scheme of things, still waiting for the Chiefs to really go make a move some way to either like steal a higher draft pick from somebody or trade for a guy that's already in the league that's just like a dominant big number one receiver, like doesn't have to work out of the slot to be effective. He's an outside guy. Like Pat Mahomes needs as he gets older, he's going to need like a more steady target than just like trying to throw deep balls and like RPOs and I don't know,
I
schemy
I think
things. Like
that's there when everyone's back. The more pressing matter is a running back. You can make almost any receiver look good if you have a solidified running game where you can make the defense either condense or stretch out and manipulate them however way you see fit. I get the concern definitely at wide receiver now because we don't have a running game. I don't think bringing in a number one if we were to bring in AJ Brown right now, and we know he's great, his quarterback just doesn't throw him the ball. I don't think that changes this offense whatsoever until we get a running
That's
game.
nuts.
You're crazy, man.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
Also, in terms of cap space, and what we would have to give up for that
No, I
is
know, but like,
astronomical. I
I
think
don't know.
bringing in a running back is realistic and brings in immediate help while also preparing our future in terms of contracts and cap space.
I agree with you that like right now running back would be a much higher need, and we can talk about Pacheco next if you'd like to. But just how many years in a row with Pat, like since Tyreek Hill's been gone with Pat Mahomes, his receiving cores, we've just been like nobody's getting separation, nobody can like make
I
it
mean,
that big of an
the very
impact.
next
Like
season, he won league MVP and Super Bowl MVP while throwing for 5,000 yards.
right, okay,
After Tyreek Hill left. Like
right,
now, has
that's
progressively gotten
correct.
worse
Yeah,
as talent has gotten
yes.
worse up to now.
Is
But
it though? Like almost
post
every
Tyreek
season
Hill,
we're
we were
like,
still
damn,
fine.
this receiving core looks a little bit better than last year. But like,
But then we
no, it's
also have
not.
injuries and
Nobody's
suspensions.
nobody's getting separation. The
We also
underlying
are
theme
missing
is
Rashee
nobody's getting
Rice.
separation. What?
Jalen Royals will.
We're also
You
missing
think?
Rashee Rice, and we were
Listen,
missing Xavier Worthy. Like, if Hollywood Brown is your number one receiver going into a season, and your number two is Juju Smith-Schuster, that's kind of the issue.
That
And there's
sounded
not a
good in
whole.
2016 or like I don't
Yes,
know when
yes,
Hollywood Brown came into the league, but like that sounded
yes.
good at some point.
100%. It did, but that's not the case now. And so, like
Duh.
the immediate reaction to say that we need a receiver, given that we're going to get our number one back fully healthy and ready to go middle of the season, is where that's at. For long term success. Going out and getting a guy is not in at that position is not. I don't think the move.
listen. You
I'm
guys remember how
expecting,
hyped I
not
was?
expecting, but I'm hoping for something like that in the off season. Like I understand that's
Okay,
not going to happen
fair.
right now,
Yes.
but we've been thirsty for like a just like a somebody. I don't know, dude.
What I'm
I want a
thirsty
Megatron
for
for
is
Pat
a
Mahomes. What if Pat
what I'm
Mahomes had a
thirsty for
You
Megatron?
guys, you
is
guys
a
remember
What
is
if
a
how
Pat
running
Mahomes
back
had a
who can
Megatron?
be consistent.
you guys
Be
remember
great.
how high my excitement was for Justin Ross last year. It's starting to build with
Like
Jalen Royals that he's
why does
back.
Malik Neighbors get to toil away on like in a terrible poverty franchise? Why does Malik Neighbors have to be on the Giants, dude? He's a
Because the Giants
a
suck.
waste of what?
The Giants suck. That's
Same thing could be said
why.
for Jamar Chase.
He at least has Joe Burrow throwing him the ball.
Not
Had
Not this
anymore.
year.
had
Had
had.
had. Same thing could be said for Justin Jefferson. Got Carson Wentz throwing him the ball. Like
Hey,
bring
start
him to
him.
Kansas City.
Somebody, man.
Uh, you know, we've been talking about receiver. We've been talking about running back. Running back being the major issue for the Kansas City Chiefs, as Patrick Mahomes is currently on pace to rush for 1,000 yards.
Whew.
In case you guys didn't know that,
I'm
literally
dude,
on
watch
pace
He's
to
a
him
rush.
dual
do it.
threat
I'm
quarterback.
like, let's go, Pat.
Literally on pace to rush for 1,000 yards. He is currently our leading rusher. Given who the Giants are, given what they can show on the defense, which is absolutely nothing, is this the make it or break it game for Isiah Pacheco? Like, and I'm not saying consistently to go forward long term. I'm just saying literally for next week. If he cannot prove against the Giants that he can at least get something done, is this the week that Andy Reid may fully turn away from him, whether and maybe go to Elijah Mitchell or go to Brashard Smith as being a guy who can take away his touches? Is this a make it or break it week for Isiah Pacheco?
You were all about to make it or break it this week.
Absolutely.
All about it. Uh, essentially, yeah, but he's still going to work into Andy's good graces somehow. But I mean, what honestly would make it for him to keep being the running back going into next week? What would his stat line need to be?
I mean, he'd
Or would
have to
it
have
just
him.
be some decent runs?
He'd have to have a minimum of 4.5 yards per carry. Like that would be the bare minimum. And the reason why I'm bringing this up, I don't know if you guys saw the report, this is what made it spark in my mind is Nate Taylor, who was at the Athletic as the Kansas City Chiefs beat reporter, is now working for ESPN, put out a report earlier today that the Kansas City Chiefs are absolutely baffled at how poor Isiah Pacheco has been this season. That he looked so good during the preseason and during training camps that they did not expect this production level to be happening, and they don't really know what to do going from here. That
That's
is the
man,
report.
that's gotta be it's a gross overreaction. It's 2 weeks, and the week one they gave him 4 carries, 5 carries. Week
He's
one
got to
they
do
didn't
something
give
with
him the
those five
ball, and
carries,
he
man.
had almost he had a 5 yard per carry average.
He's got to do something with them carries.
They can't have that type of reaction after one game. In the first game they don't give him the ball. Oh,
That,
and
that's
the
no,
game
no,
that
no.
he
I'm
had a
sorry.
bad
This is
game, the game that he had a bad game was the Super Bowl champions
so. I
that have
apologize,
Jalen
typo.
Carter on the defensive
It
line.
may not have come across clearly. That wasn't a reaction from Nate Taylor. That was a report from inside Chiefs
I'm
headquarters.
saying the people who's having the reaction in the team, that is a gross overreaction.
Okay, understood.
Yes, that's ridiculous. 1 week, one bad week because week one's not a bad week.
Well, go back to the playoffs as well. It wasn't that great.
Coming off injury.
I Yeah. So what? There have been a lot of players that come back off of injury, and guess what? They don't look the same. He hasn't. I get the argument, Tybo. 5 carries. He had 5 yards of carry. You cannot look at these two games and also what he did in the postseason last year and say that Isiah Pacheco had looked like he did before he broke his leg. And that's just simply he doesn't
But
run
we
with the
ju-
same
we all
tenacity
said he looked good in the
or vision.
preseason.
Yes, which is why individuals are baffled at this point, given what we're seeing here in terms of tenacity and run, and
Okay.
his vision has been much worse.
All right, we're still talking about one game, and it was against the Eagles,
How
who
many
have
games
Jalen
will it
Carter on
take
their
you
defensive line.
to flip the script on him?
3. It's make it or break it for him this week.
This is what I'm asking. I'm just asking if it's a make or break week. Like, is there real legitimate risk? Sean said no. For you, is there
Well,
real legitimate
so
risk that Pacheco loses a ton
let
of
me let me
touches,
let
maybe
me
to
let
Elijah
me give you
Mitchell or
this
somebody
let me give
else?
you this perspective because we run both running, but we run Kareem Hunt and Isiah Pacheco regardless. They've had a very similar amount of carries last week against the Eagles. So they're both gonna like I am all for in game going with the hot hand. If we've gone back and forth between Pacheco and Kareem Hunt, and Kareem Hunt is the one that's getting success in the second half, your ass better not see Isiah Pacheco on the field. It you if you I'm if I'm a football coach, I'm riding the hot hand, especially if we're talking about a dual running back system. That should be a no brainer to me. And like I understand that we have our gripes about the way Andy like runs things or calls plays or sticks with certain guys over like I don't know. We've calling into question like certain personnel issues, play calling. Like there's legitimate concerns with some of Andy Reid's philosophies.
Is there anything? I've kind of answered this. Is there anything that the Kansas City Chiefs can do in this game against the Giants that will make you feel more comfortable about the rest of the season without having Rasheed Rice back until week 7? Is there
Dominate.
anything
Complete
that would make you
domination.
feel comfortable? Just
Oh
a
yeah.
complete domination of the Giants would make you feel comfortable about a game with the Bills or the Ravens or anyone else?
What would truly give me that feeling is if we gave them a goose egg. If the
Oh
Giants
yeah.
didn't score this week, I would be like, oh, no problems. I don't give a shit
That's
about week
that's
one and
that's
two.
defensively. What
Yeah.
about
No, no,
offensively?
no.
Defensively, because we saw a defensive effort against the
Well,
Eagles much better. So what offensively could also help that out or make you
I'm
feel
just saying,
comfortable?
like a
Uh,
domination. You know,
Somebody besides Patrick scoring inside the red zone would help out a lot this week. because we've
I
seen
think
him
that's fair.
run it in twice inside the red zone, but nobody else has
I'm
really done
I'm
much
on
down
the
there.
train to get Patrick Mahomes to 1,000 rushing yards, so I kind of want another one of those.
I don't
Oh, I
want
do
that.
too, but
I
I want to
don't
see
want
somebody
that.
else score inside the red zone.
That means he's taking unnecessary hits, and I don't want that.
He's not taking a lot of hits. He's given a lot of hits this
He's
year.
I
giving
didn't say he's taking a lot of hits. I said he's taking unnecessary hits.
man, he's giving them.
He's a power rusher
My
this year.
QB,
I
my
do
Q,
like to see that.
my QB has a hit stick on him.
Gets him fired up a little bit. Well, the Chiefs headed into MetLife again, have never beaten the Giants on the road, are 6 point favorites away.
42 to
Um,
nothing would make me feel 100% confident about the future.
let's see.
49-3, they get a scrub time field goal. I'll be
Sean,
perfectly fine
You
with that
block
too.
it.
Sean, you had a better score than Tybo in week one. You both
Let's go.
tied at 9-7 in week two. I went 7-9, just a little bit of the opposite. So, Sean, where are you picking?
Second,
Tybo?
I'll
he's
take
going
first. I
first.
don't
He
care.
he loves taking first.
All right, who are you taking?
You're scared. Chiefs, buddy.
What was the game again? What was the spread? Oh, give me Chiefs easy.
6.
It's in the
Chiefs.
chat, bud.
No, that's what you say every
Uh,
time for every
It's in the
single
chat,
game.
dude. Look, it's right
Go ahead
there.
and call it, Sean.
Don't.
I'm not Tommy. I'm not Tommy.
Oh man. Well, let's get to the rest of the lineup here. Let's go. We've already done Thursday. That game should probably be kicking off now or in a few minutes. So, first game Sunday at noon. We've got the Green Bay Packers heading into Cleveland, and the Browns at home are 8.5 point dogs.
Ooh, this is a tough one.
Packers.
I'm taking the Packers.
Damn it. It's not your pick.
Oh yeah, I guess I'm going third. Sorry,
I'm
I
taking
thought
the
I was going
Packers.
second. Shout out Tommy. Next up at noon, we've got the New York Jets without Justin Fields. He's out in concussion protocol. They're heading to Tampa, taking on the Bucks, who are 7 point favorites at home.
He could clear it by Sunday. Doubtful that he does, but he could.
Tyrod Taylor. They got Tyrod, dude. They have
Tarod.
uh,
Tarod.
they
Oh, the
have
dude with a
Tyrod
hole in his
Taylor,
lung.
who's like Justin Fields' sensei. Like he was doing it first.
So you're saying Justin Fields is next to get a hole in his lung?
Hopefully
Yes.
not.
Give me the
Mm.
Bucks.
Yeah, Egbuka has been a phenomenal addition for them. I can't wait for them to get Godwin back. Go ahead and give me the Bucks.
I will also take the Bucks. I'm on the
Shout
Baker
out
train.
Tommy.
Shout out Tommy. All right. So in our first game of the week, it is in the noon hour. We've got the Los Angeles Rams heading east to play the Eagles at noon. The Eagles at home are 3.5 point favorites.
Rams. They played them well in the playoffs, didn't they?
In the
Should have
snow,
won.
yeah.
It was in the snow.
Yeah, I'll take the Rams.
See, I should have went first. I hate picking after Tybo, but I'm going to keep following him. Give me the Rams.
I'll break it. I'm going Eagles. I wanted to go Rams, but I'm tired of you guys picking the same damn teams. So we move on. Next in the noon hour, we've got the Atlanta Falcons. They're heading into Carolina, taking on the Panthers, who are 5.5 point dogs at home.
Start Kyle Pitts for Tybo.
Yeah, I want the Falcons.
I'm going to go in surprise here. Give me the Panthers.
I am gonna take the Falcons here. Panthers are dog water.
They'll figure it out.
Not yet. Next up in the noon hour, we've got the red hot Indianapolis Colts. They're heading into Tennessee, taking on the Titans rookie quarterback at the helm there, and they are 4.5 point dogs at home.
Titans.
Wow.
Keep it within 4. Colts win
Now
by a
I
field goal.
I know I put Daniel Jones on the sit-'em, but I think the Colts can still win by more than what, 4.5? Easy, Colts.
Do not put him on the sit 'em list. He's going off for another 35 again this week. And the Colts win a big one because the Titans' defense is horrible. Couple games left in the noon hour. We've got the Raiders heading into Virginia for now. It's DC coming soon because the commies have received approval to build their new stadium, head back into the DC area. But for now in Virginia, they are 3.5 point favorites against the Raiders.
I
We
mean,
do not
Jaden
know if
Daniels
Jaden
is still
Daniels is
just
playing yet.
questionable.
Yeah.
He'll play.
And he's probably going to get hurt on that field, too.
Yeah, I'll still take the commies.
I got to go commies, too.
Uh, yeah, I mean, as long as Jaden Daniel plays, then yeah, it shouldn't be a question. They can beat up on the bad teams, and even though the Raiders won Week 1 against the Patriots, they're still a bad team. Shout out Tybo on this next game at noon. It is his game to watch. We've got the Bengals heading into Minnesota, taking on the Vikings, who are 3 point favorites at home.
I I do think there's gonna like a lot of points are gonna be scored. The Bengals are gonna have to score some of those points for it to be like a game like that. But I like Bengals offensive line. You can't get behind. You literally cannot. You cannot stand behind them. Vikings.
Yeah, it's Jake Browning. I'm going to have to go with the Vikings as well.
Shout out Tommy. We're taking the
Start
Vikes.
Carson Wentz. Start Carson Wentz.
2 games left here in the noon hour. We've got the Pittsburgh Steelers, led by Aaron Rodgers, heading into Foxborough to take on Drake May and the Patriots, who are 1.5 point dogs at home.
Oh, I don't like this line. Give me the over in this game.
What is it? What is the over under?
Doesn't matter. It's better than the 1.5 point spreader here. That's all you need to know.
That's all. That's all you need to know.
We should start incorporating that.
Over unders.
Over unders
You
44.5.
take the over. You
Really?
either take the over under or you take the spread.
I
We'll
know.
I
workshop
don't
I
that.
like that.
can't.
I don't like that. Why don't you just pick the game?
Oh, it's
I don't
Tybo.
know. I don't want to pick either team. Give me the Patriots, I guess.
No, I'm going Steelers.
I'm gonna take the Steelers in this one. I don't like it. I think it's a very close game at the end, but the Patriots are garbage.
Drake May looked good
Uh,
last week.
yeah, who'd they play?
Dolphins. The
Yeah,
Dolphins. Does that
okay. All
matter?
right. Yeah, there we go. The team who's currently 12.5 point dogs to the Bills.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey.
Next up at the final game at noon here, we've got the Houston Texans. They're heading to Jacksonville, taking on Trevor Lawrence and the Jags, who are 1.5 point favorites at home.
I, I guess give me the Texans. I really don't like the Jaguars.
Yeah, this is going to be an ugly game. Jaguars can't finish it out, but they're going to win this week because they have offensive and defensive rookie of the year Travis Hunter on their team. So jagging off all
Who's not
weekend.
doing jack squat on either side of the
Hey,
ball?
hey, hey! He's
He's
getting accustomed to
not.
the league, man.
Not doing
He's getting
He's
accustomed to
anything.
not.
the league. He's
He's
doing a lot of
just a
commercials
buoy
right
out
now.
there.
Doing a lot of commercials.
He's one of those remote controlled tackling dummies.
I'll side with Tyvo here. I like the Texans in this one. They're getting some things together. The defense is at least pretty decent.
Do you have any faith in CJ Stroud anymore, though? Like he looks like
No,
shit.
no, no, not at all.
I think everybody just forgot that he is an Ohio State quarterback and they never succeeded in the NFL.
I mean, he's already had some success, but
But is it sustained success for Ohio
no,
State quarterbacks?
Not
No.
currently.
no.
Well, to our 305 games, we have got first up the New Orleans Saints. They're heading west over to Seattle, taking on the Seahawks, who at home are 7.5 point favorites.
Ooh, Saints are frisky. Not good at all, but they're a little frisky.
Nah, I still like the Seahawks. You didn't believe me
Yeah,
last week.
Seahawks destroyed the Steelers last week. Go ahead and give me the Hawks.
Shout out Tommy, we're taking the Hawks.
Damn, dude, you suck.
Oh yeah, you want me to take the Saints? Spencer
Yes.
Rattler? Yeah, shit. Why don't you take him?
Wasn't he an OU quarterback?
Come on.
For 1 year, and he was
You're not you're not
horrible.
you're not
You
gonna
know
back
who
a
else was
guy?
an OU? You know who else was an OU quarterback that I don't back? Jalen Hurts.
You gotta
Okay.
back your
I also
boys,
don't
man.
back Caleb Williams. What are we doing?
What are you doing?
Second game of the week here. It is at 3:05. We've got the Broncos heading to SoFi taking on the Chargers, who are 2.5 point favorites at home.
The Chargers are favorites?
Yeah.
Chargers are favorites by 2.5 points.
Huh? Okay, Chargers.
Oh, dude.
Oh, dude.
You suck. I'm gonna go ahead and give me the donkeys.
Yeah, there
Oh
you go.
wow. I don't like what the Broncos are doing on defense here, and I really
Donks.
don't like what Bo Nix is
Donk
bringing to
up.
the table this season. So give me the Bolts. The 325 here, we've got a battle of the uh-ohs. It is the Dallas Cowboys. They're heading to Chicago, taking on the Bears, who are one
Uh-oh.
and a half point dogs at home. Yeah, that's
Oh.
what these teams are. They are the
Yeah,
uh-ohs,
the odds makers think these are the same exact teams. So like
pretty much.
is Roma Dunze gonna finish as like a top 5 receiver this year, bro?
Probably, yeah.
What's
It's
going
what
on?
happens
As
when
long
you're
as he
down
doesn't
in
get
every game
hurt.
and you have to pass.
Yeah. Um
Cowboys defense is bad.
Start Caleb
Russ
Williams.
torched him. That was
Russ torched them.
crazy. Yeah, give me the Bears.
Oh, I'm gonna do it. Give me the Bears.
Oh, shout out Tommy.
Come on.
We're either gonna have
I
really good
Take
weeks
the
or really bad
boys.
weeks.
The Bears versus the boys.
we got a couple mix ups in there. So last game of the Sunday 325 hour. It's the Arizona Cardinals. They're heading into Santa Clara, taking on the 49ers, who are 3 point favorites at home.
Give me
Is
Mac
Brock Purdy back
Jones
this
and the
week?
49ers.
Wow.
Brock Purdy's not back.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, he's out for multiple weeks.
Kyle Shanahan is showing you why they should have picked Mac Jones over Trey Lance. Give me the Niners.
Who? Mac Jones.
Who?
No shot. I'm taking the Cardinals and Kyler Murray here. James Conner's
Oh, so
running
you
all
back
over
your
him.
guy? You back your guy now, but not with the Saints?
Yeah, he played all of his years at Oklahoma. I'm going to back that guy. The next
Can't
game
beat
is
this
Sunday
guy.
Night
I
Football.
can't
It
believe
is
him.
Chiefs versus Giants at MetLife Stadium, where the Giants are 6 point dogs at home. We've already covered that one. Next up is final game of the week, Monday Night Football. We've got the Detroit
Monday
Lions. They're
night.
heading to Baltimore, taking on the Ravens, who are 4.5 point favorites at home.
If the Lions don't win this game on the road, I think they keep it within 4 or 5.
So you're calling the Lions?
Yes, sir. That's what that means. Who doesn't
Well,
understand the stuff now? Huh?
it's a 4.5 point spread. So you said between 4 or 5, so that could go either way.
No, he said keep it inside 4.5.
He said 4 or 5.
I said 4 5, like 4.5 without saying point.
Why use
Get
many
out of my
words when few
face.
word do tricks?
Get out of my face.
Yeah, go and give me the Ravens then.
Oh, I love it. We are fading Sean quite a bit this week. I'm also going to take the Lions in a get right game for them in week 3.
A Lions get right game?
They just
They
had a
got
good week.
They
they
just
got
got
somewhat right. Listen,
Jared Goff
they
had
didn't
5
play
touchdowns.
against
Yeah, what are we talking about?
that good of a team. This is a get right game against a good team.
They still got right though.
They're going to get even more right.
I think it's
Get
gonna
right
be
plus
I think it's gonna
streaming
be a
service.
shootout, but like a touchdown difference. Lions win.
No,
Get right
Ravens
plus.
win.
Touchdown or wait, yeah.
But
Never mind.
It
Never
doesn't
mind.
matter. It doesn't matter.
Right, right. I still think the Lions win. Leave me alone. Who doesn't understand shit now? Me, still, currently. I don't get it. I hate it.
how many points do they need to score? That's what's going on in Tybo's head when it gets the spread comes up. But that's all right. This is it's going to be a tightly contested week. There's only a few game choice difference between the three of us. Apparently, we feel like we know what the league is, or at least there's a lot of bad matchups this week. So take that as you will. But week three is knocking on the door. Let's see if the Chiefs can get a big win and kick their season off a little bit better here in week three. Maybe make some changes. Hope you do. But join us next
We're
week
screwed.
as we cover everything that has happened. Be on the lookout for Tybo Short that's coming through for Monday Night
Tybo
Football.
Short what?
Tuesday at 5 p.m. bright and early.
As always, go
For all you
Chiefs.
night shifters
Go
out there.
Chiefs.
Go Chiefs.